What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Kush Gaming. Super excited to have you back here, man. So I'm putting out a pretty universal video here on what settings I've been using for the GoXLR over the past 4 years or so that I've owned this, maybe even 5. Um, I've used these same settings on 2 different microphones and they've worked out tremendous. Um, so what I'll do is I'll kind of go over like what I'm using. We'll talk about my settings. I'll show you guys all my settings on the screen here. It's going to be very non-technical. We're not going to dive into like the, what compression does, what equalization does. We're not going to do any of that. We'll just give you guys what you need. Try it out on your mic. And let me know in the comments if it worked, man. If you think it elevated your microphone quality, if you think it elevated your stream quality, I'd love to know. And if you guys like these videos, please like and subscribe. We're trying to build the YouTube channel, seeing if we can dive into more YouTube long form informational content like this. And liking and subscribing obviously helps us out tremendously. So I really do appreciate you guys. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so this is the GoXLR software homepage here. When you first launch, you'll probably have your profile set to default. For the purposes of this video, we'll go ahead and keep it on my preset here that I've built. I'm using the Logitech Blue Sona microphone. It is an awesome microphone, best microphone I've ever owned. And I've owned a couple of different USB mics. I've owned Rode Pod mic, which I love the Rode Pod mic as well. But the Logitech Blue Sona, in my opinion, is a really high quality mic. Definitely competes with the Shure SM7B if you set it up correctly. So the first thing you're going to do, right, you've plugged in your microphone, you've launched the program, you're on the default settings or default profile. You're going to want to click on mic setup. And I'm not going to click on it because it's going to mute my voice or lower my voice here. But when you do click on this, you're going to see options. There's going to be dynamic, condenser, or 3.5 millimeter. Most of the time, if you're running a GoXLR, you're going to either have a dynamic microphone or you're going to have a condenser microphone. So click on which one you have, and then you're going to look at this gain or gate. When you have this open, it says gain. When it's closed like I have it, it's going to be gate. So this is going to pretty much enable you to block out background noise. So if you have kids playing in the back, your wife talking, dogs barking, whatever it is, computer fans, if you've got multiple computers or just a really loud computer, this will block out a lot of that background noise. One thing you can do to kind of find out how much background noise you have and how much you need to adjust this is you can open up like OBS. And inside of OBS, there is the audio mixer. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll turn this all the way to 0. So this is going to open the microphone completely up to enable background noise. So you'll likely be able to hear my fans. See the difference? I mean, you can hear, yeah, all sorts, me breathing, me, snapping. So what you can do, bring over the audio mixer and you'll see once I shut up, so I've got about 55 decibels, negative 55 decibels of background noise. So what I can do is go like this. Oops, sorry. 55, and that blocked out pretty much everything. Now that's pretty high. The thing you'll run into here, which you can probably hear a little bit right now, is clipping. So it's clipping my voice a little bit because it's blocking out too much. So what I normally do, I bring this down to about 36 and I just leave it there. That opens it up a little bit more. I don't have a whole lot of background noise down here. The worst thing I have is really the fans in my computer. So 36 works for me. But again, this is going to be very user dependent. Do what I just did. Find out how much background noise you have. Set the gate to that amount. And if you find that your voice is clipping like mine was, just keep lowering it down until you feel like there's a really smooth transition between the microphone and the program blocking out background noise and it activating your voice. So 36 works for me. It might work for you if you don't have a whole lot of background noise. Give it a shot. You can dive further into here. I don't mess too much with this. Threshold is basically the same thing as gate, what I just did. This is just when you click this arrow, right, you can do a simple form at 36, which just changes all of these kind of in the background, or you can go and you can fine tune each one. So like attenuation, like I've had it at 85 before. That can also help with the transition between blocking noise and activating your voice. So these are the settings I use if you guys want to use it. -38 in the advanced tab, or you just go through, like I said, set it to 36. You should be good to go. Next is going to be the equalizer. Okay, this is going to change, I guess, the way the microphone sounds, the way your voice sounds really well. Again, this isn't a tutorial where we're going to dive super deep into each one of these, but these are the settings I use. Go ahead and plug these into your microphone. Plug them into your GoXLR app. And again, let me know in the comments if these helped, if these made you sound better, if you feel like this increased the quality of your streams, your content, whatever. A cool feature, if you guys are audio savvy, is you can click on here and you can fine tune each one of these. You can change the hertz on every single one. So this is bass. You probably heard it got a little bit deeper. There's a little bit of a change, a little bit more bass there if you max it out. But I usually don't mess with the fine tuning. I just plug these in at the bottom. All right, compression is the next one. Pretty simple. I didn't mess with this too much. The biggest thing here is going to be really the makeup gain. If you find that you're like still kind of quiet, you can make up the gain with this. So I've seen people set it to 10. I usually just have mine down here at 3. Again, I'm in a very quiet space. And I've kind of built all the settings around not having to use a whole lot of makeup gain. But depending on the microphone you're using, depending on what kind of environment you're in, you might have to go in and add a little bit of makeup gain. De-esser, I leave at 50. That just really, I mean, it's exactly what it sounds. It just takes the harshness out of when you have S words. You can adjust this if you need to, but 50 has worked for me. Mixer is really going to be dependent on you and what you're doing. If you're live streaming, obviously you're going to want your, maybe your chat volume to be a little bit quieter than, your game volume. Maybe you want that higher, or vice versa. Music volume, obviously you're not going to want your music volume louder than your game, because then your live stream is only going to hear the music and not so much of the game, or not so much of the chat, depending how you have these set up. But mess around with these. The newest update is submixes, so you can go through and you can change how loud your microphone is to the stream. Clicking this, you can adjust that way and what have you. So I haven't messed too much with these submixes yet. That'll be another video down the line. But that's a mixer. Configuration, this is going to be your channels. So you've got 4 different channels on your physical GoXLR, 4 different faders, right? And you can change what they are, right? If you don't listen to music, you can change fader 3 to something that you do use. Which could be, line in, system. It could really whatever you want. Pretty self-explanatory here. The cough button settings. So there's like a mute button. You can either you have to hold it or you just press it and toggle it. A bunch of different settings, as well as like the muting. So you can mute. So on the mic, like if I mute the mic fader, I can either mute it completely to where I don't hear myself, the stream doesn't hear me, the chat, my Discord, whatever, or you can go through and kind of customize and just have it mute for the stream. That way you can still talk to your Discord guys, they can still hear you. Mess around with it, see what what works for you. Effects. So this is going to be your top right. So up here, all these effects. So you got your megaphone, robot voice. You can add a whole bunch of echo, reverb, pitch. You know, you can.
There's echo. There's, you know, that sort of stuff.
So in each one of these, which I actually just found out, you can change what kind of reverb you sound like, right? Like you sound like you're in a hockey arena, chapel, music club. You can change the style of the echo. You can do a whole bunch here, man. And I didn't realize that until today, honestly. This, I don't know if this is part of the new update or what, but change how the megaphone sounds. If you want to sound like you are using a megaphone, or if you're on the radio or a phone, different robot tones that you can use. Pretty neat, man. If you guys use this a whole bunch, I use it sometimes, but not as often as I expected. The sampler, which is this bottom piece here, if you guys are live streamers and you want to set up like fun sounds, like, you know, when somebody subscribes, you can do that, or, you know, whatever the case. You can go in and set these samplers up to record things. So that'll be in your routing. So make sure this is all clicked down here. That way, if you want to record like a sound clip from a YouTube video, all you have to do is hold down one of these samplers and it will record whatever it is you're hearing. But you need to be careful, because if you have the mic checked on sampler and you're talking while you're trying to record a part of that YouTube video, it's going to record your voice as well. So if you just wanted to pick up, you know, what you're watching, the audio that's coming in, I would set it to sample or source system here, and that'll just pick up like your Google Chrome browser, right? Any audio that's coming out of that. If you want it to pick up your game, you can do that, or your Discord chat. You can record your friends' voices and annoy them with it. So that's what that does. I use it a whole bunch, the sampler on Call of Duty. I'm sure you guys have seen TikTok videos of people with their voices recorded and stuff. It's pretty fun. You can adjust the lighting. I mean, there's so much. And if you guys just want to like click on each setting, so I want to change this part, man. We can go in here and here's all the settings for that. Or I want to change the sampler. You can just click on the physical parts of what you want to change, and it sends you directly to that section. But again, lighting, super customizable. You can change it all up. There's also some presets up here. If you wanted to make it all blue or vaporwave, they just got this new undead one where it changes. Oh, sorry, that muted my mic. They've got a whole bunch, man, and you can go in and customize. I'm sure there's a website somewhere out there where you can download custom ones that people have made. But yeah, pretty cool. Okay, routing. I mostly live stream, so this is my routing table. There's not a whole lot that doesn't get in. So if you guys want to copy this, you can. I live stream on Twitch and YouTube and wherever, TikTok. And this usually works pretty well for me. If you don't want something to go out, so if you don't want to hear your chat, right, you can just click that. Now you're not going to hear your chat in your headphones, but the stream will still hear your chat. See how that works? So broadcast stream mix, that's going to be what the stream is hearing. They'll still be able to hear all your friends talk, or they'll still be able to hear Call of Duty chat. You just won't be able to. So keep that clicked. If you don't want to hear the music, but you want your stream to hear the music, simply click that. It's not going to come through your headphones anymore. You're not going to be able to hear it. The stream is still going to be able to hear it, or vice versa. So pretty simple. This is where you're going to find your updates, which there's actually been an update this year, which is shocking. I didn't think that GoXLR or TC Helicon was still pushing updates, but maybe they are. So yeah, that's it, man. Pretty simple stuff. If this helped you guys in any way, man, if this increased your quality of audio, get in the comments, man. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this or something similar. If you want a tutorial on OBS, Streamlabs, any of that stuff, let me know. Again, if you guys wouldn't mind liking, subscribing to the YouTube channel, helps me out tremendously. We're trying to build it here, like I said. And what I'll do is I'll link all the stuff that I use below. If you guys are looking for a microphone, I'll link that down below. I'll try and find the best prices on Amazon for you guys. And that way you guys can pick them up and do this all for yourself. So, Again, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you guys on the next video.